Much of what is used in Hollywood today that would be considered Luciferian in nature really comes from a lot of the Druidic incantations, the Druidic witchcraft, the worship of Gaia, of Earth, in 9th and 10th century England. And prior to that, you can trace that through Kabbalistic witchcraft, Jewish mysticism, all the way back really to what was going on in Babylon. So I want people to understand that there's a distinct through line from the time that the Babylonians were sacrificing kids to Moloch in the temple at the top of the Tower of Babel, at the top of that construct, from the time that they attempted to slap God right in the face with that stuff, to Hollywood today. You could do an exhaustive study and find a distinct through line in the practice of witchcraft.
This pedophile thing is real, John. I don't want to argue whether Pizzagate's real, whether that there is pedophilia running rampant in Hollywood, has been there for years. You've seen it close, up front, personal. This is the real deal, isn't it, John?
Yeah, it is. And I'm glad, and Coach, we would be remiss if we didn't touch on that for a few minutes here this morning on Coach Dave Live. And folks, we cover this on Hagman Report all the time, and more on that later. But anyhow, this is what happens, okay? You want to get these kids in a compromising position as soon as it's possible. Again, going back to the age of 12, and this happens a lot. Now, when I did that conference last weekend, I prefaced this by saying, you are now going to see a picture of who I regard to be a true American hero. And I put a picture of Corey Feldman, a promo shot from about 2 years ago up, okay? Corey wrote a book where he exposed pedophilia at the highest upper echelons of Hollywood. We're talking executive VPs of development, producers, mega power agents, and the international bankers that fund all this stuff, okay? They throw parties. The parties become orgiastic. They ply these young kids with pharmaceuticals. And see, they don't necessarily try to get them drunk at 12 or 13. You just give them a few pills. And then what they do is they will capture on video these young kids in very compromising positions. And I'm not just talking orgiastic behavior. I'm talking about multi-partner homosexual. It's hard to get this stuff in the right verbiage, but I'm talking bloodletting, animal dismemberment. And as we are now learning since the quote-unquote Pizzagate story broke out of the WikiLeaks data dump of early November 2016, we're learning that there is this global pedogate issue. And folks, I got news for you. It goes all the way back to the sexual practices of the Babylonians. You wonder why kids are going from Toronto to Hollywood to Haiti to Mexico City? Because when God dispersed the Babylonians, they took two things with them: child sacrifice and what we call pedophilia. So in Hollywood, they want you compromised at a young age, because once they've got the goods on you on video, they own you. And that explains, I'm not making allegations here, but that explains why a mega talent like Robin Williams would make something like Patch Adams. Once they own you, they've got you.